that,
Yeah.
But,
like every time I watch, one of those movies about freedom fighting, or one about like armies, like Fighter or Jak De India, like I get so emotionally charged, and that like emotionally chargedness doesn't whatever, like that feeling doesn't leave my body for like the next 3 to 4 days. Like I'm thinking like, oh, I need to do something with my life, like I need to make India proud.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Don't Talk Back podcast. My name is Renesh.
And I'm Khushee.
And we're here to talk about anything to do with India in Australia, anything to do with young people from India in Australia. I went to, was it Blacktown or something? Yeah, Blacktown the other day.
Blacktown has a lot of Indians too.
Yeah, I went to some acai shop.
Acai shop.
Acai
right.
is overrated, but anyway, I went there and obviously it's a place where a lot of people go, a lot of Lebanese people go, and obviously they are, a lot of them were having these crazy cars, and it's called Habibi juice or something like that.
Habibi what?
Habibi juice.
Habibi juice?
Yeah, that's a shop called. That's a shop name. No, it's apparently like on the map. Why is it so funny?
I'm sorry, just you saying Habibi juice is just so funny to me.
Like the name or me saying it?
No, just the name is hilarious. I've never heard that in my entire life.
I didn't know about it either.
It's the name of a shop?
Yeah. No, but it's really doing well. Like every time, I don't go. I think I've only been like twice.
Right.
And both times I've gone, it's been crowded. Like
what do they
like
serve?
Acai and obviously juice and like ice cream and stuff. But acai is the main thing everyone gets. I don't get the trend. I don't get that. It's not that good. It's like I tried it once, and look, it was good for a bit. Do you know what acai is, right?
Yeah. Frozen yogurt.
Yeah. It's like berries. It's like an acai berry crushed up, like in like
frozen smoothie.
Yeah, pretty much, but with bananas and like Nutella or Biscoff, and then strawberries. Oh, it's not bad, but I've seen people just have it like religiously, and I'm like, why? It's not that good. Anyway,
not that good.
I went there, and both times I went there, people our age were there. So P-platers, people who just got off their P's, people who just got their P's.
Yeah.
Blasting music, these crazy cars with crazy engines, zero silence.
Yeah. Or the people who drive around with the silencers.
Without the silencers, you mean?
Isn't it with the silencers? The silencer is what makes the noise, isn't it?
What does silence mean?
No, but like it's called a silencer.
Yeah, but that's what silencer is, silencing something, is it not? So like, how would that make sense that a silencer makes the noise?
I don't know. I always just thought
that
this was something you had to get put onto your car. Into your car.
You'd get it taken off, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I think. I'm no car expert.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
What you're saying probably sounds right.
Yeah, because a silencer, like if you take a silencer off a gun.
Yeah.
So that you put a silencer on a gun so that it stops being
loud.
Yeah. That's why like in a lot of movies they're like, oh, this isn't accurate because a gun doesn't usually make these kind of noises. Like how it's like.
Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, I actually have always thought that Lebanese people are very similar to Indian people. I have like my we have a couple of like Italian friends, Lebanese friends, and they all think like us. Like they all have the same ideologies. They have the same, like loud personalities. I feel like Indians, Lebanese, Italians, they're all quite similar in terms of personality, not culture, obviously, but personality-wise, I think we're quite similar.
In a lot of like soccer games, there's a league called NPL. So you know A-League, right?
No.
A-League?
No.
Like the Sydney FC and Western Sydney Wanderers.
No, I don't.
You don't know A-League?
No, I only watch cricket.
No, I don't watch A-League either, but I follow football, but I don't watch A-League. Okay, it's basically the top soccer league in Australia.
Okay.
Where Sydney FC play, Western Sydney Wanderers, Central Coast Mariners. So the league below that is called NPL.
Yeah.
And NPL is teams around like the state, around each state.
Right.
Which are pretty much the best teams in the state.
Right, so it's like IPL but for soccer.
No. Oh. IPL is with professional players. These are semi-professional players.
Oh, okay.
So in these NPL teams, they have, a lot of them are teams that are based on like ethnicities here. Like I think Sydney United, it's a team name. They're Croatians.
Okay.
If I'm not wrong, there's another team, I can't remember which it was, which is Italians, then there's some Lebs, and then there's others. So if you go to those games, a lot of them will be one type of ethnicity.
Yeah.
And they go wild. Like a lot of the teams that don't really have an ethnicity, that are like teams that are from, like, the fans are from Australia. You know, the atmosphere is like, it's a yay, go, goal kind of thing. Like it's good.
Yeah.
But then you go to these like Sydney United ones, there's flares.
Yeah.
And they're kids, like they want to support their kids, right? They bring the whole family and their friends, and they're all very loud kind of people. And that's why I think it's very similar to India or Indian people, because India, Pakistan, if that happened here, or like as you saw, we talked about this a lot. Like, you know, we talked about this already. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Flares. Like I
Two
heard
massive ethnicities clashing together.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's so fun.
There is a lot of violence though. Even in these NPL matches, like there's the fans, obviously. A lot of them, and when it's ethnicities that don't get along clash.
Yeah.
There's a lot
they get aggressive, and they're obviously aggressive cultures, like obviously Indian culture, Pakistani culture, Lebanese culture, Italian culture, very heated cultures, very aggressive cultures. I'm not saying all.
Aggressive or outgoing? As in,
aggressive,
they're very protective of their identity.
Protective, yes, and aggressive in the sense that aggressively protective. You know, like if I was just walking past a street and I saw like some Indian, like, you know, getting trash talked or whatever, I would go defend them. Like even if I don't know you, I would go defend them. Or whatever. Just like even I would defend strangers if they're Indian.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can imagine it gets really heated.
Yeah, there's been a lot of like cases of what do you call it, like fights and things like that. Like, even the NRL, they have like different teams. You know NRL, right?
Yeah, I know NRL.
Different teams of different ethnicities, like Bulldogs. It represents more like a lot of Lebanese people. Sydney Roosters are more, you know, like white. They say posh kind of people. Same with South Sydney. Yeah. I think, I don't know, I'm not an NRL fan. But yeah, like when they do good, I know in Western Sydney Wanderers, an A-League team, soccer team, they go to these games, they bring flares. You know the flares, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
No. But they just do it anyway.
Yeah. Who cares?
It's good, but a lot of the time they chuck it onto the field.
Oh.
It gets very dangerous.
Wow. Yeah. What if the grass caught on fire?
Not even that, like, because players get hit with that because they're playing, they're not focusing on the crowd, right?
True.
And I think last year or a couple of years ago there was some issue because some fans were just bringing flares and chucking it on to the field and being,
that's dangerous, guys.
Yeah, idiots about it. But yeah, like my whole point, which I diverted away from, is different teams have different ethnicities. Yeah, but it's interesting because they're very similar to
they Indians. They are. I agree. I do agree.
Imagine if there was a Harris Park NPL or an A-League team. That would.
Can you imagine? Oh, if there was like cricket, like CPL, Cricket Premier League. Like one team is the Harris Park team, one team is the Hornsby team. Then you've got like all like North Shore team, and then the Western team. The Western team would obviously win. The West has so many Indians, way too many Indians.
This season I was playing cricket. We played a team that was just full of Sri Lankans. I don't think they had anyone else that wasn't Sri Lankan.
Where were they from?
Sydney Lions. I think, I don't know, I don't think they're from a specific part, but they were Sydney Lions, and they were all Sri Lankans.
Okay.
They were obviously like nice guys.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed Sri Lankans aren't very out there. You know, like Indians will want to come and like in cricket. Like from what I've seen, teams that are predominantly Indian will definitely have a go at you.
Yeah.
Like if you're batting and they're on the field, they'll give you
hell.
Yeah. But these guys weren't like, these guys were just like, you know, having a laugh and stuff like that. Like,
I feel like Sri Lankans are more chill and I really respect them for that. It takes a lot to be that chill. Like I'm a very aggressive person and I like could never be chill. Like I would intimidate the opponent so much.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a very like out there. Like because in school I used to play a couple of sports. Like I used to play softball, Oz tag, cricket, and all of that. I used to play that. And I would generally be the only Indian in the team. So whenever there was like, when we used to like, we had this thing called PWSA.
Oh yeah.
Where every
It's primary
Friday,
school, right?
Yeah, where
right,
every Friday I didn't play much sports in high school. But like even in primary school, like whenever there was like an Indian in the opposing team, I would always yell things in Hindi that no other person would understand except that like Indian person. You know, like a showdown, like, oh, I'm the better Indian and all of that.
That's the thing. It's this rivalry in between your own culture. Like I don't do that. I mean, in cricket I don't. Like when I'm a wicketkeeper, so when I keep. Everyone,
it's your job to get on the batsman's nerves.
Everyone tells me that, but I just don't. I'm more of like a
the sweet wicketkeeper.
No. I'm not sweet, but
then
I just don't talk. Like, look, there's been a couple of times when batsmen will just stare at me and try and like
make you nervous.
But then I'll stare back. I'm not just gonna look away and like, you know, try and avoid the situation. I'll look back, but I won't say anything to them, even though it's my job.
I mean, you can say things to your teammates.
No, I do that, but I don't like. Because I've seen there's been occasions where, like what do you call it? Like my teammates have gone just a bit too far. Like I'm very quiet. I don't know why. I think that's because probably.
So you don't.
I'm my
sledging.
best when I'm calm. No, I don't sledge. No, if someone does something directly to my teammate or to me, then I'll like.
You will attack.
Not attack.
Like defend.
Yeah. I'll say little things, but. Generally, when I bat, the good thing is when I bat, like when I'm batting, and they like the fielding team is saying stuff, I don't listen to it.
Yeah.
But when I'm keeping, I also don't talk. Like I'm very like I have to be in the zone kind of a thing. But for football or for soccer, it's a completely different story. Like I'm generally calm, but if someone charges me, I will charge back.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like I don't know if that's a I think that's an Indian thing. I think like you kind of have to like you have that. I think. Every single Indian, no matter who you are, what age you are, has that kind of factor in them.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's because I'm watching too many Virat Kohli clips because he's
no, I just think it's a culture thing. Like,
it is,
I feel like again, like we're obviously more aggressive in terms of protectiveness and defending ourselves. Like I don't think there is a more patriotic country out there than India. I really don't think there is any country.
I think a lot of people
more
probably
patriotic.
argue against that. Yeah.
But like like every time I watch, you know, one of those movies about freedom fighting or one about like armies, like Fighter or Jak De India, like I get so emotionally charged, and that like emotionally chargedness doesn't. Yeah, like whatever, like that feeling doesn't leave my body for like the next 3 to 4 days. Like I'm thinking like, oh, I need to do something with my life. Like I need to make India proud and all of that. Like it just, you get really emotionally charged when you watch these kind of patriotic films. I do at least. And like when I am watching a scene where they're like, you know, being rude towards India or whatever, whichever character is saying bad stuff about India, like you can see me, I'm just in my scene, I'm like nostril flaring, like fully being ready to attack. And then like I'm one of those people that like claps or whistles in the cinema like when there's a good comeback. Right. So yeah.
I can't relate really. Only a few movies make me do that. Like make me patriotic or like like Chuck the India obviously. I think if that doesn't make you
patriotic, then
there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Fido did not make me. Yeah,
there was one specific scene with Fido.
There's many issues I have with Fido, and I don't want to get into it. But like just like away from Bollywood, I only get that when I see India playing a sport and like it's like an intense match. That's
again, like it's still patriotism, right? Like whether it's in army or if it's sport, you're still being patriotic.
Sure. Yeah, I got that in Sher Shah as well.
Yeah.
You know that movie is a good movie.
Yeah.
But like the other day, like at soccer when I was playing on Saturday, this guy in the other team in the first half, I think he like pushed my teammate, right, my mate, and like if I see that going on. And like if there was like not a fight, it was just a little bit of like a what was that for? And then the opposition guy's like, what? Like, you know, trying to charge.
Yeah.
And then I saw that and I was just like, okay. And then the next time he got the ball in the second half, like and then he's like, oh, what was that for? And I just walked away. Like I don't say much unless I get charged. Just like in previous sports there's been a couple of altercations, but it takes a while for me to get to that. But I think every Indian has that.
Like, I think you have a more calm personality. I have a very aggressive personality.
Yeah, but if I do get charged, like I will.
Yeah.
But I think that's what, like a lot of
Indians do that.
Yeah, most
it's just
Indians.
an Indian thing.
Oh, not even Indian. I think it's just a human thing, really. Like
it is a human thing, but there are some, not I wouldn't say cultures, but like I don't know. I've just never seen anyone like if there's like something going on in terms of a fight or defending. I always see it being like in Indian or like again Italians or Lebanese people. Like I always see them like being, you know, defensive of their culture. So that was today's. I hope you guys had fun, just like we did. And we'll see you next time.